In this video, we are covering the modifiers activity 1. So I'm going to use the cap we have created the last few weeks, not last week actually, and add some modifiers. It's pretty simple. I'm going to just show you what we have learned in the theoretical part of this course. So just add any object you want. I'm going to use this object, the cap. I would strongly suggest to use the cap too, if you followed last week's example. So go to the modifiers and we're going to start adding some meaningful modifiers for this object. So let's start with a simple, we know the subdivision surface. So go here and type subdivision surface, this guy. Just be creative here. I'm going to add, increase the level viewport. Actually, do it in simple mode. A little bit and go to render. We're gonna fix it. You see that it creates some sharp edges here. Make sure you have shade smooth to ease them up, but we're gonna fix it later with another modifier. So create something like that, like the level viewport 3, render 3, and quality 4 are amazing. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna fix it. You can also use the multi-resolution modifier that includes the subdivision. Which is optional, but so you can go in here, like you can add it as a modifier, so you can add type multi-resolution. We can use subdividing here, right? Like simple here and play with this. But again, it's optional, just use any modifier you want. I would say let's use this one for this example. You can experiment later as I have shown you in the with the multi-resolution modifier. The output should be pretty much the same, but you have more options with multi-resolution. It's like a tool that it's a modifier that combines other modifiers in one. Then add another one. You can use, you can experiment, but in this case, we're going to just use the displace modifier. So type here displace. I know it's a bit like harsh now, but it's not disruptive. Don't worry. Just try to decrease that. Use the buttons to see where it's very fine. I mean, it's very sensitive. So you have to see that this is not good here for our needs. So if you go to 0 minus 0, it's nothing. If you go to 0.1, it's too strong. I would say 0.05. Like it's better, right? See Let's resolve some of the issues we had before. Play with the mid-level. You can increase it, and see, like, change the mid-level of this object. I would say something like 0.4 is good for our needs, right? Can you see it? It's like thicker now. In the end, you can see the lamp. We're gonna modify later, and in another video. And yes, make sure the direction is normal, right? You can play with the directions, but normal is amazing right now. Don't like change anything, just go to the normals. It's going to affect the surface of this object. You remember from the theoretical part. And then, that's a tricky part. We're going to add the displays, create a procedural texture using a modifier like the displace modifier. You can start with the displace modifier and then add the texture, or create a texture and then add the modifier. It's up to you. So go here and type displace modifier. See, too strong too. In here, play with the strength again. I would say start like reducing that. Go to 0.1 at first, and play with mid-level here. I'm going to delete that. Sorry, we don't need two of these. 0.5. And 0, let's play with that, like we don't know where it goes, right? And then you can add a new texture. You can create a texture before that, or just add it from here. It's up to you. It's very disruptive now, right now, but you can play with the texture. When you go to the texture, change the image or movie and make it like Musgrave. I'm gonna fix it, and then go to the size and start like reducing it or increasing it based on what you need to do, and then play with the dimension. I think that's okay, and the intensity mainly. So we're gonna play with the intensity to fix the geometry of this object. Let me play with clouds maybe. You see, that's a great idea to create some effects. You want to create like this? Okay, we don't want that. Let's play with that. I'm going to fix it, don't worry, in the end. I'm going to increase the depth for a while. And soft like color grayscale. Let's add some color, it's okay. For the surface. And then go here, back to, where's the modifier? It's here. And let's see the strength to fix the huge issues we created. 0.05. It's too small. Let's play with it. 0.06. I don't know, it's trial and error. Maybe I'll try the 1. It's too, like maybe that, but okay, that's too strong. Yeah, I need something like less than 1. And maybe have to play with the mid-level 2. Okay, and then start playing. Sorry, it's too sensitive. 0.08 or 0.07. Yep. Starts fixing the issues, and then go to mid-level and create something like that. Okay, you need a texture though. You can play with different. If you want to play with the texture itself, go here and create add the cloud. I would say like grayscale is great. Or if you want to add some color, add the color. Grayscale is great because afterwards we can add some materials in here. The last thing I want to show you in this object is how you can add now a material like to cover everything. But in here we're going to add an extra last modifier. This is the decimate one. You can play with all of these, like play with the ratio. You can create some like use the geometries and subdivide like iterations. How many iterations you need to subdivide this object, or planar. Sorry, it's a little bit heavy with like to limit it in specific angles, as I showed you in the theoretical part. But yeah, collapse is pretty straightforward. How many polygons you want to reduce in this object? Like say 50 here. 0.5 or something like that. Okay, it reduces to half. Right. And that's how you apply this modifier. It's pretty easy. Just go to collapse, and in general reduction is great. Like go to ratio 0.5 or less if you want to. You can triangulate in this one, like create the triangulations I explained before. But yeah, you don't really have to do it now. You can also add another modifier to do triangulation, but that works fine in our case. Yeah, after that you can add like materials or whatever you want in here. Or don't forget, before you export, select the object. It's a little bit heavy now. Computationally, make sure you have Sage Smooth, and then just click on the object, Control A. I'm gonna enable that to show you like what I'm pressing here. Screen cast keys. So I'm gonna press Control and A and all transforms before you export it, as you know. So now it's done and ready to. I'm gonna close the subdivide, the screencast, so you can stack all these modifiers. We have already added modifiers. We never stacked so many before. So add all these guys, and then make sure your object is normal. As you saw, it can create like some distraction, but they're not destructive. Don't worry about that. And then if you're ready to export, apply. As you know, apply. So it's gonna take a while. That's why I didn't apply them like that right away, one by one. Control A and all transforms, export it, and you're done.